Amazing. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rise with Sarah Cincotta. I am your host, Sarah. Today, I have the wonderful CEO of Box Brownie, Brad Filiponi, joining me. Thank you so much, Brad, for joining me today.
My absolute pleasure, Sarah. Lovely to see you on this fine Tuesday morning.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And Brad, for those that don't know you, well, they should. But if they don't know you, who is Brad?
Look, yeah, my name is Brad Filiponi. I'm the co-founder of boxbrownie.com. If you're unaware of what boxbrownie.com do, we don't sell brownies. Maybe one day we will. We get asked that all the time at conferences, actually. But no, what we are the world's leading. So we have the largest real estate photo editing website. We're here to make your photos look fantastic. It's all about ethical marketing and doing the right thing by your client. So we're here to make your photos and your marketing pop, especially for online use and any print marketing, for the lowest possible price.
I love that. And Brad, just on top of that, you're actually an amazing human. For those that don't know you, that your energy is just enthusiastic, and honestly, everyone just needs a Brad in their life, I think.
Thanks, Sarah. Look, I'm just super stoked, super grateful to be in the position I'm in. I was just a solo photographer, just a guy having a go, and we've really cracked the global market with what we do. So I never thought I'd be in this position. So it's great just to be able to spread the knowledge and spread the love and just help people move forward with their marketing, which is so important these days.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it, Brad. The power of marketing. I was probably, I think it was towards the end of last year. I actually jumped on a suburb in Melbourne, and I was really shocked at some of the stats. I can't recite them on the top of my head right now. I did a whole post on it, but I was like, this is how easy it is to show up against your competitors, right? The amount of photography that I saw wasn't to a professional standard was alarming. Not to mention like toilet seats up in photos, just like rubbish in the front yard, gardens looking untidy, really not a good representation of a property that you're trying to attract renters to find their new home, right? Floor plans were pretty much non-existent. I think out of over 70 properties that I saw, I think 5 had floor plans, which I was like, again, alarming. Virtual staging was pretty much not there, and obviously virtual tours. I'm like, we're in 2024. If one thing the pandemic taught us is that the online marketing is so powerful when it comes to renting properties quickly, attracting great renters, and also attracting landlords.
Yeah, I'd almost say a higher rent price as well, because the better quality marketing you have, it's your branding's going to have better marketing, all over. And let's face it, sometimes tenants can become homeowners as well. So if you've got a property management and a residential side, you can be double dipping before you know it. So look, good marketing is great for obviously property management, commercial sales, and residential sales. Like, looking good's being good, right? So always got to have your best foot forward. And much like a photographer, edit your photos, because everyone else, every photo you see in a newspaper, magazine, online, it's all been Photoshopped. So your imagery should not be any different.
Yeah. And like, just talking about marketing, there's a lot of emphasis around branding, whether that's business branding or personal branding. A couple of weeks ago, I saw REA, and even like a lot of agents weren't even updating their profiles on REA. So I'm like, it's in the finer details, I think, Brad. Like, if you're not really being in that 1% of people who are really looking at their marketing to utilize and emphasize their branding, then you are going to get left behind, because technology is, I think we have only seen like a portion of where tech is going to take the real estate industry. I caught up with Kelly from Inspection Express, and I laughed, but we know what's going to happen is that you'll have your like virtual goggles on, and you'll literally be able to walk through a property with your virtual goggles on. Like, I already can envision that's going to happen, right? So Box Brownie is here to help. I can personally speak highly, Brad, because I have used your products before, and I was blown away by, one, how easy it is, how affordable it is, and really how good it is to be able to stand out in a saturated marketplace. So a couple of things, and we are going to do a live demo towards the end, which is awesome for anyone watching today. You'll be able to see it live in action. So a couple of things: copywriting AI. You've made it easy for people with the prompts so they can just plug it in. Some copywriting has been absolutely shit, and I'm going to use that word, but like, honestly, guys, up the standards. You know, if you're really wanting to get a good rental price, attract good renters, and lease a property quickly, give your marketing some love, right? And that starts with your photos, your copywriting, inspections, and definitely how you're showcasing a property. Virtual staging, which was great, your image enhancement, and your amazing product, Snap, 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 which is your camera app. So, Brad, you're the expert. Let's explore these products.
Awesome, awesome. So look, I'll just start by saying boxbrownie.com, it's a website. So I'm just going to bring it up really quickly right now. I'm going to share my screen. If you could let me do that, Sarah, that would be lovely. Thank you. But boxbrownie.com, we are a real estate photo editing website. So it's easy to get it mixed up. Our app is called Snap, Snap, Snap. So we will get to that a bit later on. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Sarah, can you see my screen okay? Lovely, lovely. So as I said, we are the world leader in real estate property marketing. We're based here in Queensland, Australia, but we service literally the whole world, which is super awesome. So let me get on with it. So this is what Box Brownie is. We're a website. So you can go to it any time of the day. It's free to sign up. You log in on the back corner, and that will log into your dashboard, which is super cool, right? A few things that separates us from anyone else, like no one is in our space doing what we do. We are pioneering the road. We're really fast. As you said earlier, Sarah, you'll get pretty much 90% of our products are back overnight. Our average turnaround time for our baseline image enhancement edit is 3 hours, which is pretty crazy. Virtual staging, it's our #1 seller. You'll get it back in 2 days. We've noticed before that there is no subscriptions with what we do. So no monthly fees, everything's pay-per-use. Everyone told us early days that business model would never work. And I can tell you one thing, if I don't go to the gym, if I'm traveling for a while, I don't like paying for a membership that I don't use. No one does, especially in these times of markets where everyone's got to be quite conservative with their cash flow, right? Because I'm sure there's a few tough times coming and business isn't easy, right? So with us, you only pay for what you need. You'll get unlimited changes. So Sarah, if you're not happy with the blue sky and clouds we put in, or you're not happy with the green grass, you want a different shade, we will fix it for free until you're happy. That's our guarantee. We have real service. So you can contact us 365 days a year. The website never sleeps. And we have customer service in 4 different languages, 24/7. Live chat, phone calls, emails, English, French, Japanese, and Spanish, just so everyone's aware of that. That's how we're not mucking around. Yeah. And copyright, really important thing in the US. You own copyright. We just want to take your photos, do what we're told, get the editing back to you, and you own the copyright. So that's a bit of an intro. To give everyone an idea of our size, we have paying clients. It's now in 117 paying countries. That is the global reach Box Brownie has. I don't know any other businesses like us, and we've had no VC funding. So we are totally bootstrapped. Myself and my business partner, we invest everything back in the business, and we really care about the industry. We employ over 400 staff members in 19 countries. So that's ensuring from management right down to customer service, all the way to R&D, making sure your photos come in and out, and you have the latest marketing available at your fingertips, of course, very, very easily. And speaking of, our editor size is over 2,000 teams. So one team could have 200 people, one could have only one. We have a lot of editors at our fingertips. Everyone's vented. I actually run a quality control team behind the scenes as well. We look at about 100,000 images a month, Sarah, collectively, and we rate them. So we secret shop our editors to make sure they're doing the right job, because I'll be honest, editors can be like kids. They can be pretty naughty when you're not looking, all right? So that's just the nature of the beast. But look, we've got great teams around us, and we love doing a good job. That's sort of our guarantee, straight from the heart. So, Sarah, really, really excited to talk about Snap, Snap, Snap today. I feel this is the biggest game changer, the biggest disruptor in property marketing globally right here, right now. I've been a real estate photographer for 20 years, just over. I first started shooting my career here on the Sunshine Coast on film camera. So not many property photographers. I turned 40 this year. Not many photographers can even claim that, let alone be my age. So I've been in the game a long time. when I went to TAFE to study photography, they had to modify the course halfway through it because I was 6 months in the dark room and then 6 months digital. So I was right on the cusp. So I've done it all from delivering CDs to actually hand delivering photos back in the day. So yeah, I've been in the circle, and pretty much everything I know about photography is in this app, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. So really excited, Sarah. But before I begin, this is not my quote. Everyone would have heard of Sony, the massive electronics company. They said back in June 2022 that in 3 years, the DSLR will be killed off because of smartphone cameras. That's a big claim. Yeah. And, we're only about a year away now and, or, year and a half. And I can tell you, team, the future was there when this was released. And we're going to talk about that now. So let's talk about bracketing. So really quickly, you're going to hear me talk about HDR or bracketing photography. So what that is in simple layman terms is it's taking the same photo at different lighting ranges. Sarah, what do you notice about the photos on the screen right now?
One, they're brighter and some of them are darker.
That's all I wanted to hear. Perfect. So look, you'll notice the bottom right-hand corner. See how you can see the view outside? That is why you bracket. So the difference between an amateur photographer and a professional is that window detail outside. So you've also got all the lighting ranges to make up all the light. This saves you bringing studio lighting, spending hours at a shoot. You hit one button in our app, it does this automatically on a tripod. The end result is stunning. So that is bracketed photography, a really quick, Brad class on that.
Yeah.
But this is what it looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's a 6 bracket. That is the result. So that's a $2 edit shot with an iPhone. That is the quality. See how you can see clearly inside the property?
Yeah.
There's 17 Photoshop tasks done to that image, and we're going to talk a bit more about that now. So the app is incredible. You can use it without a tripod, but please, I'm an OCD photographer. Invest in a tripod because you know why? Your photographer uses a tripod. So if you want to get the same results, why wouldn't you do it, right? These tripods are about $100 this kit. I'll give Sarah the link of where to buy them from. Your local Ted's or Camera House has them. They're Australia-wide. You can buy them online. But of course, any tripod and any smartphone clamp that will put on your phone onto a tripod will work fine, okay? Okay, this is a quick testimonial from one of our early clients. This is Lucas. He's going to explain why he thinks the app is so beneficial. Then I'm going to get into the 4 different photo editing examples the app offers. So over to you, Lucas. I'll be back in about 1 minute, Sarah.
My name's Lucas Scammell from Direct Agents, part of the Direct Collective, and I'm here to talk to you today about Snap, 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 which is a new app that we've been trialling now for a number of weeks. I can't tell you how much of a game changer I believe this app is. Literally, you download it to your phone, you bring it to the property that you're wanting to take the photos of, and you point and shoot. All the settings have been preset for you, so anybody can use this app and take quality photos. The process is you bring the phone to the property, you point and shoot. You can then upload the photos of the property to Box Brownie for editing, and you can have them back that same day. The turnaround time's that quick. And what I can tell you is the photos are just as good as any professional photographer. I think the biggest game changer for this app is time to market. We've used a lot of photographers, and the good photographers always seem to be used by multiple agents, therefore busy. And sometimes you're working to their schedule to fit in a shoot. And as I said, the biggest game changer I think with this app is time to market. I can sign a Form 6, whether the property be for sale or for rent, and immediately afterwards I can take some photos that are professional photos and have them back ready to market within 24 hours. So I'm working on my own schedule, and I think for any agent that's going to be appealing to the client when you can say that you can turn around some professional photos and have their property listed within 24 hours. So can't speak highly enough of it, and I would encourage any agent to give it a try, and I think you'll agree with me that it'll be a game changer.
So I always say, he says game changer a lot. We didn't pay him to say that. But honestly, he was a beta tester. He's based on the Sunshine Coast, just a mate of mine. And look, that was true to the heart. And I feel that was just a really honest testimonial on how good this camera app is. You notice he was using a tripod, and you probably noticed the screen was doing that flicker of taking the imagery. Super important, team. And we're talking $2 per photo. So if you've got 10 photos, it's $20. And if you can't afford that, some agencies will even offer free marketing, free professional photos, and cover it themselves. I think, what do you think of that sort of method there, Sarah?
Oh, Brad, I think no one should be offering a service for free. That's just my thing. However, when you look at, there's just no excuse for poor marketing, right? So especially we know that fees, people are questioning it, especially marketing photographers, we know it can get costly. One, you're saving time, whereas you've got the flexibility to just do it, then and there. Like what your friend said, you don't have to wait for a photographer. You can just do it on your own. And for a cost to an investor, well, you're looking at $20 versus, I don't know what the average photographer
200
now.
Yeah, $150 to $200, I'd say would be a rough. I hear that a lot. Even some people are spending up to $300 for rental photos. Like, that's just for photos. Like, look, yeah, great. I understand, but a lot of people don't know that there is hacks out there like this. And that's why it's so important to educate the market and to tell people about the technology that's literally in your pocket now. Like, we're talking about a camera that's so sophisticated now that you've always got on you. It's always charged. It's always good to go. So don't underestimate it.
Where my mind goes, Brad, if you're like saving money on photography, then you've got no reason to then be able to invest in a floor plan or virtual staging, right? So
which we do a lot of, yeah. Floor plans, we can redraw floor plans. They start at $30. If you've got builder's plans, blueprints, you can even draw on a rough napkin, step it out if you have to, or buy a laser measurer from Bunnings. It costs you $30. And you can just draw a floor plan, draw the doors, draw the windows, if you've got the time, of course. Yeah, and our black and white start at $30. Our color versions are $35. We have a 3D option that's $40. And these are overnight delivery, you know what I mean? So you can have like photos, floor plans for literally like $50, and then you can invest the client's money elsewhere. Floor plans can save you a lot of time because obviously the potential tenant has walked through the property. They know the sizing already. So it might save you a half an hour drive to the appointment, half an hour with the client, maybe half an hour back to your next appointment, Like, just that one viewing alone for $30 could just save you so much time and effort.
Yeah, cool.
So we've got 4 edits to show the viewers today. The first one is image enhancement. This is the same edit I did professionally for over 15 to 16 years shooting digital, but we do 17 Photoshop tasks. And remember that HDR bracketing sequence we said? You're going to see why it's so good. So if you take a single shot as a property manager and don't edit your photos, which maybe some people do, it's going to look like this, okay? Not too bad, but this property is on the waterfront. So obviously it's going to have a high weekly rent. By bracketing, so you can clearly see outside the window, Sarah, like that is the power of HDR photography. So that is why it's so important. So this is a $2 edit, ladies and gentlemen. Like, why wouldn't you do it? Okay. We lighten the sky, we add blue to it, we add green grass, we do 17 Photoshop tasks, including removing your photography camera, whether that's your phone on a tripod, or if you're an agent just shooting single shots, we'll take you out as well. So this is a $2 edit, take it on your phone. I think I have, here we are now. So this one is our next edit here. It's called our data dusk. So this one is proven to get you 5 times more clicks as of REA's website stats. So this shot here looks amazing. This shot here, it's a $5 edit. It's going to get you 5 times more clicks because it just looks so much better.
Yeah.
Selling that lifestyle. And for that $5, we'll light that fireplace. We'll turn the pool lights on. We'll activate the lighting and put a beautiful sunset without the sun, because we're all that ethical marketing at Box Brownie. We don't know which way the photo faces, so we'll never put the sun in the images, just so everyone's aware. So we are not your average photo editing company. If you outsource online, buyer beware. We know the rules, we know the regulations. In America, we're backed by NAR. We have been for like the last 8 years. Like, they run American real estate, just so everyone knows. Like, we're really, really big in the US and of course many other countries as well. But we're all about being ethical. Your photos are going to look good. They're going to be edited right. And if we notice a problem with your images, we will fix it internally. That's how much we care. Of course, if you notice something you don't like, we will fix it as well, as I said earlier.
Yeah.
This leads me on to this image here, item removal. There might be something in your image that doesn't apply to your marketing. we can get rid of it at the push of a button. So 1 or 2 small items is a $5 edit. And please remember, all these shots were taken on phones, ladies and gentlemen. You might have tenants clutter that you want removed. We can do it. Something like that is a $10 edit, Sarah. So no more holding up your listings anymore. Obviously, your tenants have a lot of rite of passage these days. There might be things you can't physically move, like a bin or a signboard. Snap, snap, snap's got your back. This is all done on your phone. No computer needed. You just tell us what you want, hit all of our options. Our app is super intuitive. It's a world first in many ways. So I can't wait till everyone tries it. So any questions so far to date, Sarah?
No, all good. I'm just thinking in my head, why is there still so many poor quality marketing online? Honestly, everyone needs to get onto Box Brownie for sure.
And we're going to give all the listeners a bit of a free trial too. So I'm going to give my email out at the end. I'll give it out now. It's brad@boxbrownie.com. Everyone calls me crazy, especially in the US, for giving it out. They're like, no other founders do that. I'm not like any other founder you've ever noticed. So if you can't tell, email me. I'm here to help. We'll jump on a webinar.
Awesome.
Now let's talk about virtual staging. Before I get into it, Sarah, is there anything you wanted to raise about virtual staging in the property management division?
Yeah, look, I think when we're trying to attract, renters, good quality renters, I think it definitely helps give that feel to a home rather than just a basic image. Also, Brad, you would see the stats as well versus the click rate on a property. Perhaps it's brand new. There's got no personality as per se. There's no feel to the home. I think when people are making a decision, they're going to be based on emotions and feelings, and they also want to visualize how they're going to set up their potential home. So that's why I love virtual staging. It gives that character, personality, and can start helping the decision makers. Okay, well, this suits how I want my furniture to look inside my new home.
And I think much like the residential side, like Sarah, not many people can visualize what an empty room can do. Yeah. We've got like a renovation product where that's even obsolete to this, but most people can't even imagine their furniture in this room, right? So I think it's a photo says 1,000 words, and that's really what Box Brownie can do. We can bring your marketing ideas to life to obviously make your phone ring the way you want possible.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about this shot. I remember this shot. So I was there with the client actually. This was a Ray White agent. They just took a single shot because they didn't have a tripod at the time. So I said, hey, let's just do it this way. So this is an unedited shot. Now we've done our brush over $2 edit. We straighten verticals, we lighten, brighten, add saturation. It's 17 Photoshop tasks, including that sky outside and bringing the detail back the best we can. Wow. And then now, Sarah, that is virtual staging on a phone.
Amazing.
So it's not taboo anymore to use virtual staging, or your iPhone, I should say, more your iPhone. Don't be scared. I've got residential agents now like Lucas who unfortunately are barely calling their photographer, but the problem is they're playing phone tag all the time. They're at the property, they got their phone, they've already got a tripod, so they're just shooting stuff themselves. So by the time they would have heard back from the photographer a day later, they've already got the photos back and the photos are online. Yeah. If there's furniture there, we can remove it. We're going to show about that later. But look, as I talked about outsourcing, not all businesses are the same. All right. So you jump on Fiverr, you jump on, some random website, buyer beware, because you don't know what you're going to get. There might be some mistakes in that image that you aren't even aware of, that, the company you use doesn't have the correct etiquette or the correct knowledge of the industry. So we'll never have imagery that looks like this. You'll notice straight away, I notice furniture looks fake.
Yeah.
It's not scale. It's skewed. There's no shadowing. There's white outlines around the models, and there's no artificial shadowing from the window sources. Like that's what we do, right? That's why Box Brownie, like right here, right now, we process the most virtual staging in the world, right? That's a fact. Another fact, AI virtual staging, you've probably heard about it. Now we've mentioned it's going to pop up in your Facebook group because they're always listening to you, right? It's not right here, right now. The quality is not real. It's misleading. There's errors on it. I'm not saying AI is not going to get better. I'm definitely not saying that, but I'm just saying if you want the best quality and the ultimate, look for your brand, real human editing is where you need to be. Obviously, ovens don't look like that. But some editors can do that. But let's sort of show what we can do. So remember this shot earlier, Sarah? There's our before, there's our after, and there's our virtual staging. So it's gone from that cold, empty listing, no personality, to like bright, warm, fuzzy, heaps of natural light, see the view outside, proportion scaled virtual staging, no white outlines. You'll notice all the shadowing. We call it contact shadows. We do this. It's a mixture of 3D software and Photoshop. Everything you see here has been shot on a phone. Our virtual staging has 8 different category genres, from like farmhouse, Scandinavian, modern, etc. If you have certain furniture you want out there, team, give us a reference photo and we'll match it. And you can also draw on the photos where you want the furniture placed. So this is a cool example. So this is not virtual staging, but I'm just going to show you the process. So this shot here, you can just tell hasn't been shot on the best camera. I believe it's a smartphone. There's lots of low light. It's quite dark room. The windows aren't drawn, the image isn't the best quality. So we gave it a quick $2 edit. We removed some items and then we redecorated.
Awesome.
So it's gone from that to that in literally 48 hours. Any feedback on that, Sarah?
It just looks completely different. Like, it looks much more appealing, much more brighter. It's just so phenomenal.
So this is the power of editing, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, every photographer edits their photos. Every newspaper or any photo you see has been photoshopped. So your photos should be no different. If you use a professional photographer now, that's awesome. They are such an asset to your business. Don't stop using them. But of course, just use Snap where you feel you need it. It's going to be more affordable. You're going to have it back a lot sooner, and you can control the end output, if that makes sense. So very, very cool. A lot of people do ask, Sarah, I have to virtually stage the whole house. That can get expensive. Rah. Not the case. You can get away with 1 or 2 shots at a minimum, all the way to around 6 shots. And that's what buyers want to see when viewing properties online. So they're probably the 6 most important areas, just to give everyone the idea. So you can have 2 virtually staged photos. That's fine. Just have the hero shots. Anywhere up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want. So it just depends your budget. But yeah, the virtual staging is $30 per photo. So really, really great.
Yeah.
So here, really quickly, Sarah, I want to just show the viewers, because obviously I've been a pro photographer for a couple of decades. I wanted to do it during COVID. We did a bit of a test, right? We wanted to confirm, I suppose, compare my phone to my digital camera, and that's what I'm going to show you now. So both these shots are unedited. That's the phone, that's the digital camera, right? Unedited. And we turn this place into like a study home office, if you want to call it that. So let's look at the edited version on the camera. This is the edited version on the phone.
Oh.
Camera, my old pro camera that I still have just under this desk. Don't even use it anymore. Here's the phone. That's the phone. Camera, any feedback on that, Sarah? Would you like to talk about that quickly for me?
I think their phone almost looks better.
I hear that a lot. And, that's why I just wanted to ask. I do hear that a lot. Anything else you can mention at all, or about the same, isn't it? Like, it's very, very similar. When you use your phone, right, and there's a sunset, and if you had your camera, it just doesn't look as good as the phone.
Yeah.
The phones are like the ultimate hack. They work so good, and it's the same with property photography. Like, once it's bracketed, once it's edited with like a professional business like ours, and then, we put our secret herbs and spices, like our virtual staging on top and all that. Like, honestly, like, by the time that hits the internet, you're not going to even tell it wasn't pro. Like, you just swear it's professional. And this is a fraction of the cost of hiring, someone to come out and do it yourself. This is the power that's in your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. It's super duper cool. Yeah. Is there anything you wanted to add to that at all, Sarah?
No, I just think, again, Brad, like, I hope that more and more people see the value in providing a service like this for their clients, and especially for renters, when they, there's so much happening right now, Brad, in our industry, and renters deserve to see properties the best possible way on marketing before they make a decision to go and actually view the property in person. So I think it's a win-win for everyone involved. you know, the agency, the person who's trying to lease out the property, your investor, and for your renters. And again, time versus money. I just think it's phenomenal. No waiting around. You know, you're saving money for the investor client, but you're advancing on their marketing package so that you're not leaving anything out. You're like, well, we can do all of this for this price.
100%. So pretty much with Box Brownie for under $100, you could, if you had a 360 camera, we have our own virtual tour platform.
Mm-hmm.
You can create a floor plan redraw. You can have professional photos. And of course, you can have the AI free copywriting. That's all under $100. You can have like pretty much 4 secret weapons that your competition isn't going to be doing all that. Mm-hmm. They might be if they're using us, but if they're not educated, you're going to be leaps and bounds over everyone else. And they're going to be wondering, how the heck, you know, is Sarah or is Brad doing that with their property management listings? Mm-hmm. If you sprinkle in a bit of data dusk as well, they'll be thinking, how do they get twilight photos for a property management listing? You know, like it's keep your competition guessing and keep your potential renters or you know, or even obviously your landlords happy by having the best possible marketing, which is going to make your branding profile look way better online because every listing you have is going to be consistent. Yeah. That's the key, I feel, is consistency.
For sure. And Brad, just on that, you know, for anyone listening today, can you imagine if sales agents uploaded photos just from their phone? The amount of probably criticism and negative feedback that they would get. Why is property management not viewed the same standard as sales? Because I'm telling you now, it should be viewed the same. There is no sales rental standards. It should be the same standard across the board. And if you are not at least providing this service or the option to your landlords, well, then you're actually doing a disservice to them. And I honestly believe that.
Oh, look, I think so too. And as you said, you're going to get better quality tenants. You can get a higher price. And of course, remember, if you have a residential sales team within your office, you own these photos, remember. So if you ever list the property, you've still got these photos, you own them. So like, it's kind of invest now and you can use them
later.
Later. Even if you re-rent the property, you can use the photos again, right? You might change the furniture or something, which you can do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's a really affordable investment. We don't say cheap, we say affordable. And of course, it opens up your avenue to adding more add-ons later, like your floor plans, or if you've got a drone, you can do some drone photos and you can have more marketing material, which is going to save you time as a property manager because you don't want to be driving to a property, you know, and wasting your time, right? No one wants that. So good marketing can save on that. And a lot of the time your landlord's paying for this anyway, as we spoke about earlier. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a win-win all around. When your competition's going in at $500 for the marketing, you're offering it for $100 and you're showing them what you can do. So I can give people before and after examples. We have a full resources list where you can download brochures. Like you are the marketing agent. So go in as the professional, look better than your competition. There's a good chance you're just going to walk over the listing and just own it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. Yeah. And you've got, and I think, Brad, something like this, it's adding confidence to the person who's going out and trying to perhaps, you know, win the business. It's, you know, we are partnered with Box Brownie because they deliver this amazing service and this is how they help us.
100%. Yeah. So Sarah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk the viewers through the app, show them how easy it is. And we've got a pretty cool example. It's an item removal example, which I think is very applicable for property management. So let's go. So that little red icon with the circle, that is the Snap app. I'm just going to click this. It should be working. Here we go. So we're going to click this red cross, which is going to activate the shoot. So shoot name is usually the property address. Come on, Brad, you slow typer. It's going to activate, obviously, the job. We're going to click that camera. It's going to look like the native camera on the iPhone. So you notice it opens up at 0.6 times. And you know, Apple and Androids both have up to 5 times zoom. Mm-hmm. It opens up at 0.6 because that's more ethical, right? You're not making the room look like an aircraft hangar inside. Mm-hmm. You're just more true to size. That's why you can zoom in, zoom out. We have the grid system, the rule of thirds to help people with their photography. We have a level on there as well. Let's turn it off, turn it on. Once you hit that camera button, watch this now. Self-timer's on. See how it's taking the photos right now, all at the push of a button on a tripod. Fun fact, Sarah, it took us 3 years to hack into the camera algorithm in the Apple.
Wow.
It's actually taking up to 70 micro photos at the push of a button.
Wow.
That's how much tech's behind this. It's not simple, this app. It's very complicated, but simple for the end user. So we've taken the photo. We're now going to select image enhancement. You'll notice there's multiple edits you can do per image. We're going to hit next. Next is item removal. I'm going to go 3+ items. And this is where you give a description of what you want. I'm just going to fast forward this, so mind me. Cool. And any other items laying around. So you type in what you want removed. Next thing, we have a markup tool. This is a lot of tech. Over 400 hours of tech for this. So you can scribble on the photo and tell us what you want removed. You don't even have to give us type. You don't have to type if you want. You can just scribble on, remove the car, remove the bins, remove the Christmas decorations. I'm sure there's a few of those still lying around at the moment. You know what I mean? Even though we are in, we are in February, but the month's just flown, right? How bad's that? Every day is Christmas for me though. So you notice that we're removing all those items. We're going to hit save now. And that's all we want to do in this photo. Image enhancement and item removal, right? We're going to hit next. We're then going to review the offer. We're going to complete the order. Once that's done, team, the job is in the system. That's the before, Sarah. That's the after.
Wow.
Before, after. So ladies and gentlemen, that's a $12 edit. This is the power in your pocket right now. You can do all this off your phone. No computer needed. Do it while you're on site. Hit submit. By the time you've walked out the front door, the job is done. You know what I mean? Or the job is uploaded, I should say. And then literally overnight, pretty much for all those edits except virtual staging. A lot of the time it is overnight, but we guarantee the 2 days because it's very, very complex work. That's it. You'll get the photos back. If you're not happy, we'll change them for free. No questions asked. Box Brownie is just the full... look, we live for our customers. Everyone always tells us how good our customer service is. It makes me so happy when I'm on the road, whether it's in Australia or America, where I spend a lot of my time. I always hear the same thing. So I'm very, very grateful for our amazing customer service staff. So if you do come across them one day, give them some motivation, tell them how good they are, because it makes their life a lot better too. They love hearing the feedback. So it does go a long way. That's kind of it, Sarah, for Snap, Snap, Snap. I know we're sort of going good on time. So pretty much, team, that's the tripod I recommend. I'll leave it up for a moment just so anyone can take a photo of it. It's called a Manfrotto. It's a compact action trigger head tripod. So you can actually use this with one hand. It's pretty cool. You don't have the two hands fiddling around. It folds up about that big. Trust me, I have road tested this thing down to a T. I'm on more planes than pretty much anyone I know the last 8 years. Yeah. And these things have not let me down. Very, very durable. That thing in the middle is a clamp. Think of that as holding your phone onto the tripod. So you can use any tripod, any clamp. If you've got a selfie ring with it that works, you can use that. Just ensure that your tripod is around chest or eye level is the best way to put it. That's what I sort of tell people. I shoot all real estate photos landscape. So this way, not this way. So stories is that way.
Yeah.
Real estate photos is that way. Just so everyone's known. That's what they call that landscape. And that's it, everything at eye level, because that's how buyers envision properties. They're they're not walking on an angle and stuff like that. So that's a bit of a tip. If you want to download Snap, 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 I'll leave this up now. Just scan that now. If you go to the App Store, it's just Snap, 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 one word. If you type in Box Brownie, it does pop up as well. If the viewers are wondering about Android, it's currently being built and it should be ready next month for beta testing.
Awesome.
The reason is, iPhones have about 7 cameras for us to hack into. Android has about 150 plus. That's why. Yeah. So if anyone's wondering, we have to get the iPhone ready first, and Android is coming soon. So if you do have an Android, just take photos in your normal camera app and upload it into Box Brownie that way. That you can do that. So that's it there. Another thing too, if you have a Box Brownie account already, log into Snap, Snap, Snap with the exact same login details, and they talk to each other.
Oh.
If you don't have a Box Brownie account, you're best off to download Snap, Snap, Snap first. Activate that. If you create an account on Snap, 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 you'll automatically get a Box Brownie account, just in case. I said it earlier. That's it. You're ready to Snap, Snap, Snap after that quick episode. There is my email address at the bottom of the page too, brad@boxbrownie.com. I am not scared to give it out. I'm the founder of a global business with over 200,000 clients. As I said, I love what I do. I do sleep sometimes, but our website never sleeps. So that is it for Snap, Snap, Snap. Did you have anything to say maybe to the viewers while I get ready for our AI, Sarah?
I just think it's, it is a game changer, team. If you're watching today, I think, like we said, there's no excuses now to have poor quality marketing materials online. So do yourself a favor, give it a trial. There's no subscription cost, like Brad said. So really, there's nothing holding you back or stopping you from giving it a trial. And just remember that your marketing is part of your branding. Okay. So it is your reputation on the line. Help your investor clients, help your renters, and really maximize the exposure of your businesses as a team.
And marketing is your silent salesman team when you're not around. You know what I mean? When you've got your back to your potential buyers, sellers, or or landlords, your marketing speaks for you. So having polished marketing is going to make you stand out, even when you can't say it yourself, right? It's going to attract more business your way. It's a fact. Let's face it. Good photos attract business. Same way every residential marketing agent has killer listings and marketing, because they know that, right?
Yeah.
And as you said, Sarah, it's no different with property management, especially these days when there's technology like ours.
Yeah.
It just makes it easy.
Sure.
So we're going to finish up. We've got probably, I reckon, 10 minutes left. Obviously, I'm going to step you through AI. It's obviously everyone's talking about it. It's a big buzzword at the moment. We've got it. We've had it for a long time. For those who haven't used our system, once you log into boxbrownie.com, the website, this is what it looks like. You'll notice there's floor plans there. You'll notice there's renovations. You'll notice there's aerial editing. Hey, we even do portrait retouching, Sarah. You were talking about headshots before. So if let's say you got some photos and you're working on a different brand, we can change, clothing. We can airbrush your face. We can add lipstick, makeup, remove braces, pimples. We do all that. Even, fine lines, wrinkles, whatever you want done. We do portrait retouching. Our virtual tours is there. We do lots of cool stuff, right? But let's go to copywriting. That's what we're here for. Going to click that. So we have the professional copyright written by Australian journalists, which we've always had, and we've got the AI. So the professional copywriting starts at $35 and tapers up. Our AI is totally free. It's so free that even if you don't spend money on Box Brownie, we'll give you 10 of these a month, Sarah. No questions asked, no credit card needed. All we need is your email address to sign in, and that's it. If you're spending a minimum of $20 in the last 3 months, we'll give you 20 of these a month, and it tapers up from there. So that's a pretty good deal. This actually costs us money to offer it, but we know there's a lot of CRMs out there trying to do it and offering it. So we just wanted to close the loop for our clients, to be completely honest. So that's why we do it. We just want to be that one-stop shop to make all your property marketing come to life. So Sarah, I'm going to use you as my guinea pig, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Let's now look, this system was predominantly built for residential sales, but it can also be used for property management. So I'm going to sort of put some prompts in there, which is nothing. It's just a little bit of info we put in these text boxes. As we spoke about, all the heavy lifting's done in our system, right? So all you've got to do is fill out this form on the right-hand side, hit submit, it comes back to you. We've trained the AI, we've done the prompts. As I said, we're the easy button for all you property managers out there who want to have beautiful sounding text. So Sarah, over to you. Do we have an address that you can give me, please? It can be a unit or a street number or street name. We can make it up too, by the way. Just saying.
All right, let's try 4
Yep.
Peach Street.
Yep.
Rosebud.
Rosebud. That's Victoria?
Yeah.
I used to actually, fun fact, I used to race motocross at Rosebud.
It's a beautiful place.
Beautiful. Postcode?
I'll just do a quick Google.
Sweet. Don't blame you.
3939.
3939, that's easy. How many bedrooms in this property?
4.
Bathrooms?
2.
And we can have half 2, just so everyone knows. There's 2.5. Parking spaces?
2.
Wicked. I'm guessing this is a house?
Yeah.
Wicked. Land size? It doesn't have to have it, but
Why don't we go 700 square meters?
Wicked. We can make it up. So this is a rental property, suit tenants. So that's pretty much anything prompt you want to put in there. This is a rental property, suits tenants looking for a place to rent. So that is my prompts for property management. That's what I put in their team. If it was residential sales, you'd say first home buyers, professional couples, you know, retirees, whatever that is. But we're a rental property. So I'm going to write, this is a rental property, suits tenants looking for a place to rent. House is for, oh yeah, that's fine. So I've run out of features. So where AI works best, Sarah, is the more you give it, the more you feed it, the better the result. So I'm going to talk about two things. Let's talk about features of the property, and then let's pretend that I have no idea about the area. So I want to know about the local landmarks as well. It's a 2-minute drive to schools. It's a 5-minute drive to cafes and restaurants, all that sort of thing. Let's start on the house at the moment. We can make it up too, but over to you.
Oh, okay. What do we got? Two living areas.
We could two living, say two separate living areas. Great.
Stainless steel kitchen appliances.
Sorry, it's really hard to type too. You know, you get like
yeah
doing it to
on the spot. We've got ducted heating, evaporative cooling.
Yep.
Solar panels. Let's go all out. Study nook.
Study nook, love it. Yep. Spacious bedrooms.
Yep. With built-in robes.
Cool.
Master with ensuite walk-in robe.
Walk-in robe and large ensuite, I'll just say, just to add it in. Anything else?
Spacious rear yard.
Yep.
Close to the beach.
How far is it in a drive?
Who knows?
5-minute drive away.
5 minutes, yeah.
Wouldn't say that. Close to restaurants and bars, let's say. Walking distance. I'll just make this up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How far would the airport be? Let's just make that up.
Oh my gosh. Would it be like
62.
2 hours?
Okay, 2 hours to international airport. This is just pretend like it's COVID. People are moving from state to state. This is sort of stuff that it's good to know. I'm going to say reserve, park, 5-minute walk away. Let's just say park and walking tracks nearby. Public transport is a 5-minute walk away. Just things like that, like just that people might know. What about schools? We'll say public and private schools, all 10 minutes drive away. I'll say something like that, right? Because these are sort of stuff that you might want to know. Is there anything else you might want to add into that listing at all, Sarah? I might have been going a bit more residential style, but I think
there's probably like more. I mean, you would just depending. You would talk more about the appliances, like if there's a dishwasher, things like that. But for the purpose of today, you know,
okay, so
get the gist.
Let's say new dishwasher.
You could even talk about if they've got down lights, carpet or hard flooring.
Carpet throughout home. And, you know, throughout home, large kitchen. I'm just going to say this is marble bench top. So it probably hasn't got it, but we're just going to chuck it in anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Is there anything else you might want to add or?
Laundry room. Can't forget about the laundry.
Okay. Very usable, very functional, I'll say.
Functional, yeah.
Laundry, Brad. Very functional laundry. Anything else last minute, or will that do okay?
That will do just fine, Brad.
We're going to go 150 words, team. So obviously there's less to read. Once you hit generate copy, the AI is doing its thing right now. So we've all probably heard of the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, that automotive car one. I'm saying back in 60 seconds with our AI. Sometimes it's back within 10, 20 seconds. I've had some, I reckon that was probably 10 seconds almost then.
Yeah.
So welcome to this stunning family abode at 4 Peach Street, nestled in the tranquil Rosebud community in Victoria 3939. This impeccable rental property, boasting 4 generous-sized bedrooms and 2 modern bathrooms, is an ideal retreat for tenants in search of both comfort and convenience. Designed to cater to the demands of contemporary living, the house offers 2 separate living areas, a spacious kitchen with sleek stainless steel appliances and lustrous marble benchtops, and a highly functionable laundry room. Added luxury of ducted heating and cooling systems, solar panels, and a new dishwasher ensure a blend of eco-friendly living and modernity. Relish the comfort of carpeted floors throughout, and the thoughtful inclusion of a study nook, downlights, and a built-in robes. The master bedroom with its walk-in robe and expansive ensuite promises a private sanctuary. Outside, the large rear yard awaits the family fun and relaxation, located just a 5-minute drive from the beach, walking distance to vibrant restaurants and bars, and in proximity to parks, walking tracks, and public transport and schools. 4 Peach Street truly offers exceptional lifestyle. Secure your slice of Rosebud with this exquisite home just 2 hours from the international airport. Sarah, what's your feedback?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So obviously, even if AI gets it half right, team, if it gets it 70, 80, 90%, it's a time saver.
For sure.
And by the time you put you're just inputting the data like you're going to do anyway, hit submit, you get this back. You can modify this, of course, put your own touch on it.
Yeah.
But it's just taking the guesswork out of writing copy. All I know is if I was an agent or a property manager, this would be a mundane task for me.
Yeah. So good. Question, Brad. Can it generate, only because I know, just thinking people have different styles of their copywriting, can it generate it in dot points as well as that copy?
Great question. We're gonna expand the AI a lot. Our business moves so fast. We have a lot of nuts and bolts to it. Obviously, we make no money from this. It costs us money. So yes, one day, yes. Now, no. So that is the infancy of this product. So yeah, hopefully that answers the question for you.
Yeah, for sure. And look, it's free, like you said. So if people are just wanting to jump on and get some help and really, like we said, boost the exposure of your marketing and your copywriting, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So Sarah, that is Snap. That is our AI copywriting. Obviously, Box Brownie, the website, has a lot more photo enhancements than what we spoke about today. Floor plans, virtual tours we can do. If anyone's interested to learn any of these aspects, I do training. I'll flick you my Calendly link if you want to put it in any of the show notes. You can book me directly, team. I won't palm it off. I will deal with you one-on-one or with your team. I love what I do. I'm grateful to be in the position and to share the knowledge. And you have the power, ladies and gentlemen. You can do all this yourself. And I can train you. I've trained thousands of people over many years. And, the excitement's still here, as you can see. So Brad at boxbrownie.com. Hit up Sarah if you don't have that. And she'll be happy to give that on.
Yeah.
I'm here to help you move forward in 2024. So,
awesome.
Thanks for having us. And I appreciate everyone's time.
Thanks so much, Brad. And also the platform for your website, it's super easy, team. Like, it is really easy to navigate. You get notifications when everything is back. So you don't have to go, oh, where is it at? Like, it'll literally notify you as soon as it's back. So I think it's just really simple to use. It's cost effective. It's going to make you look even better at your job. You're upskilling yourself as well. You don't have to rely on anyone else. And like I said, it's time to lift the standards, Brad, right? That's what it's about, lifting the standards in the industry. No excuses, guys. Get on it. Brad, thank you so much. Box Brownie is phenomenal. Snap.